She might be the First Lady of the United States, but she ain't the First Lady of fashion. And these were the worst of Melania Trump's outfits. The first thing that comes to mind when you think of Melania's most controversial outfit choices is almost certainly that infamous olive green parka. You know the one.
This White House has an incredible ability to take something good that has happened and convert it into something that is a bad story for them.
This outfit caused a massive uproar back in 2018. To this day, it's still the first thing to come up when you Google Melania Trump jacket. And this poorly thought out jacket wasn't the only fashion faux pas Melania committed in 2018. A few months after she was caught not caring, she embarked on a tour of Kenya wearing an outfit that looked like it had come straight out of Africa. Many people took particular issue with a white pith helmet, which Melania paired with a button-down shirt and khaki pants. Taking to X, one critic wrote, "That pith helmet you have carried was used by colonialists during the dark days. Doesn't sit well with us Africans. Who advised you?" On the last day of the trip, Melania was asked about her choice of headwear by a member of the media, and she was quick to shut the question down.
I want to talk about my trip and not what I wear.
Under ordinary circumstances, Melania's irritation at having to discuss her sense of style might be understandable. However, as countless critics pointed out, her growing habit of picking inappropriate outfits meant it had become a necessary topic of conversation. As one YouTube user wrote in response to a clip of Melania's comments to the reporter, "We are exactly focusing on what you do. You wear the same hat which the colonial British wore when they suppressed the African people during colonization." 2 years after all this kerfuffle took place, Melania proved that she hadn't quite finished with her fashion gaffes. For her speech at the 2020 Republican National Convention, Melania opted for yet another contentious ensemble. Melania's look for her 2020 RNC speech included a military-inspired olive green skirt suit designed by Alexander McQueen, though there's no denying the outfit itself was pretty chic. A fair few questions were raised about why a first lady would wear something that made it look as though she was going into battle. Vanity Fair even went as far as describing the outfit as very police state in the newly renovated Rose Garden. Over on social media, Instagram fashion page Diet Prada drew a comparison between Melania's dress and the uniforms worn under fascist regimes. They wrote, "It's called fashion. Look it up." In response to another post by Diet Prada, a number of followers seemed to be in agreement with the outfit's lack of propriety. One wrote, "This woman actually has no sense of what is appropriate and what is not. Not the first faux pas." Another user pointed out that the RNC was both the wrong time and place for Melania's suit, writing, "I love the suit, but not for the event." It's hard to say whether or not Melania was fazed by the backlash to her first green RNC 2020 outfit, although she turned out 2 days later wearing a very different shade of the same color. Appearing alongside her husband as he accepted his presidential nomination, Melania wore a neon green look that seemed to baffle online commenters. Melania's second controversial RNC dress got people talking, not just because of how uncharacteristic the choice in color was, but also because it made for the perfect green screen. And so, perhaps inevitably, social media users wasted no time editing a range of clips onto it. One ex-user took the opportunity to troll Melania's husband's stance on the environment with an edit featuring a massive fire. Meanwhile, The Daily Show made reference to Donald Trump's history with Jeffrey Epstein, using a clip of the president chatting it up with him. Melania hasn't been seen in this shade of green since then, and, well, who's surprised? Though the look certainly worked for her complexion, it's hardly what anyone would expect to see her in, even when you ignore all the green screen jokes.